Folks, I'm going to talk loud. It's the only place I can record. I'm moving home. The house is upside down. The rain's banging in on the conservatory, as my granddaughter says, or the conservatory to me and you. Right, I've got a story for you, and again, it's a bad one, it's horrific, it's not nice. But you've got to know what's going on out there if you're not seeing it on your news, and I'm going to tell you. A pair of brothers have been found guilty raping 2 teenage girls in Rotherham almost 2 decades ago. Now, I know you're going to think they're Asian brothers. We covered that story the other month now. 3 Asian brothers that got done in Preston for rapes, for grooming, for everything else, I think in Leeds and Barrow in Furness. That was 3 brothers, and they were involved with lots and lots and lots of young girls, some as young as 6 and 7. No, this is only 2 brothers, and these brothers are white. English brothers, English men, these 2. So I think they never went for as many young girls. They never the third party to make the pincer movement, but it's still horrific, folks. It really is. It says the National Crime Agency said Mark Evans, 36, and Robert Evans, 40, abused the teens beginning in 2006, when the defendants were about 18 and 21 years of age. The pair were convicted on 2 counts of rape each after the 2-week trial at Sheffield Crown Court. Mark Evans was also found guilty of sexual activity with a child and assault by penetration. So he's been with the child as well as the 18 and the 21-year-old. The duo were arrested in August 2020 after officers from the NCA's Operation Stovewood, which examines historic sexual abuse in Rotherham, investigated allegations made by 3 female victims. The court heard how the brothers intimidated girls and plied them with drugs and alcohol before luring them to locations where they were attacked. One of the victims was just 13 at the time. I wonder where they've learnt all this from, the brothers. Mark had taken her and some friends to an abandoned barn when he separated her from the group and raped her. The same victim was attacked by Robert Evans months later when he lured her to a house in Rotherham by lying that one of her friends would be there. Again, plying her with alcohol on the way and raping her when he got there. Robert seemed amused by it, the NCA said. Another woman said Mark walked her home one evening when she was just 14 before raping her in an alleyway. She was later raped by Robert in a bathroom after being lured to a house. The third victim was 13 when Mark began to groom her by giving her alcohol and drugs and calling her his girlfriend. She told officers that Mark visited her at home and asked for sex, to which she complied out of fear that she would be dumped, the NCA said. NCA senior investigator Kim Borum said, our investigation uncovered the extent to which the Evans brothers used manipulation to lure the young girls away from safety into places where they were at the men's mercy. The victims bravely described how the brothers abused them in the worst ways, showing no remorse afterwards. It was extremely difficult for the victims to relive the abuse, but with their courageous testimonies, we were able to investigate the brothers' crimes and ensure they faced justice. This is unbelievable, this bit. The sister of Mark and Robert, Anne Marie Evans, was also arrested and charged under the Sexual Offences Act after she published social media posts identifying 2 of her brother's victims. All victims of sexual offences are by law granted automatic lifelong anonymity. Can't even say it. Miss Evans was convicted and sentenced last year and her brothers will be sentenced Sheffield Crown Court on January the 16th. Anyone who's been sexually abused as a child can report to the police by calling 101 or visiting a police station. Well, hopefully we'll revisit that story on January the 16th, and hopefully they'll be banged up for many a year. So they didn't get involved with as many girls as the Asian 3 brothers, and they didn't go as young. They went to 6 or 7. But these, although the ages initially were reported to be higher, that's probably because that's what the ages they are now. They went for 13 and 14-year-old girls. Just sick, horrible, evil individuals. Now, at least now they've been caught. Great of the girls to have the guts to come forward. It must have been really, really bad, as they say, reliving things, but really brave as well, especially when a couple of them have their identities brought out into the public domain. That must have been awful for them. But anyway, one sister got done, 2 brothers about to be done. Let's hope it's for many, many years. Let's hope it is. I'll bet you one thing though, I'll tell you what, I bet the Bib covers this one. They didn't cover the 3 Asian brothers, but I bet they covers this one. I mean, they need to cover it. They should cover everything. Colour shouldn't matter, religion shouldn't matter. For these evil perverts that are doing these things, we need to know about them. There's no ifs, buts or maybes on that one. Anyway, I'll leave it with you folks.